Darby, Delaware County has been arrested. The guard is charged
That
with
girl
giving
look crazy.
e-cigarettes and marijuana to students. 26-year-old Kiara Lee was taken into custody last night. The students attend Penwood Middle School. Now, students reported Lee would smoke marijuana with the kids. Police say Lee was also contacting some students through text. A crossing guard in Darby, Delaware County has been arrested. The guard is charged with giving
Crazy.
That's crazy, man. That, to me as a parent, I gotta be watching. If I'm pretty much seeing this, I think I'm gonna take my drive my child to school, every day if I had to, or me or her mother and everything. But go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on this?
I always tell parents to make sure you know exactly what's going on within the school facility, all around, even the crossing guard. Because right now, today, people can't be trusted. Prime example, that lady look like a kid herself. Honestly, she looked like a kid herself, and I that she just looked something like mentally wrong with her. There's a lot of sick people out here in the world, so parents, make sure your kids are well protected while they're crossing to go to school, or you taking them to school and waiting for them after school. Like if you see any form of red flag, please notify the authority, please notify the principal, please notify the superintendent, because that one right there is just crazy to see something like that. Like a grown adult giving little kids cigarettes and also marijuana. But that's a prime example of sometimes the culture, because the culture sometimes or kids are taught from a very young age to go ahead and smoke, go ahead and do cigarettes, and that's how they get hooked for a very long time. I remember I was talking to a guy one time. He was talking about he been smoking since he was in kindergarten. I'm like, what? So I already know Jordan's dad and also drinking as well. So sometimes it's culturally. So some people feel like they're not doing anything wrong, but you are. You affecting a little kid's life who don't even know what exactly was going on. That's why I keep telling you, there's a lot of predators out there, and as parents, you got to be more involved today than ever before. Go ahead, Akin. You muted again. Shout out to Ruthless Troopers in the building.
Shout out to Ruthless Truth. So I want to express something to y'all. So I want to be like a transparent thing. I tried to work in the school system to become a substitute teacher. I had got denied
Okay.
due to the fact that I had a criminal background record.
Mm.
Now, mind you, this young lady here, you have to be they're in the state of Florida, and she's in Darby, Pennsylvania. Just to give an example, you go to a level 2 background check.
Okay.
Because you're working around kids, especially if you're a crossing guard. So I know they probably have the same thing. So more than likely, she has no felonies. She ain't never been in jail. If you become a crossing guard, you have to have a clean record. But this shows an example. This is somebody who has a clean record, clean background, but selling things to kids, paraphernalia and marijuana. So this is why the system, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want to change the system, but sometimes things could be flawed about it. And we'll let certain people crack on because we haven't judged people by character. I don't know if they did a character check on her, what her last employment was for her to do this, what has she been doing. But sometimes we believe people on face value.
Mm. Good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's that's really disturbing to see that a crossing guard is giving vape pens, smoking with the smoking with kids and everything, and good thing one of the students they went to the school and told school authorities and lock her up and everything. So yeah, man, I don't know, do schools do drug screenings on people?
Of
Yes.
course. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the thing is, it's like that I don't know how she passed it and everything, but yeah, at the end of the day, man, that's disturbing and crazy. I don't like I say I do not want. Hopefully, pray to God that my kid don't walk to be influenced of spoken with and everything. Like I said, we're gonna try our best and everything. So yeah, man, that's pretty disturbing. But yeah, definitely put her to jail, and she should never be any 500 feet from a school again. Period. Point blank. Period.
No, but the problem is that what I like Hakeem statement. They need to do a evaluation with some of these crossing guards, because even though somebody may seem like they mentally sound, doesn't mean they are.
Basically.
Especially when you're dealing with kids. Kids is very important. Kids are our future. You don't want somebody coming in there and try to contaminate our future. Same thing. That's probably what happened to her. Should she try to mimic the same thing? Most of the time, the behavior occurred with someone when they was happening in their younger adolescence, and they try to pretty much try to recreate the same thing that happened to them to someone else, and that's a dangerous thing. That's why you gotta be very, very careful when it comes to stuff like that. Shout out to OG Rock, who also in the
What
building.